remaining.
Absolutely, Paul. Upper bracket in both teams' sights. The sniper trying to shoot that one down and take it for themselves, but it's a last pick Brood. First it was last pick AM, now it's last pick Brood. How bad is this for EG?
It's a tough game for EG to deal with the Brood for sure. And we've seen this Bloodseeker Earth Spirit combo from Newbie at TI run rampant. It's pretty damn strong. And the Brood gives them, that's kind of like the gap closer, like what was talking about, to get on top of the sniper, and it's just really strong for laning phase. EG does get a last pick Necro, which could prove to be problematic for them because they don't really have crazy amount of magic damage burst to go through that Ghost Shroud. They have to pretty much rely on getting Diffusal Blade or just outlasting it because they do have an Omni-Knight too. It's going to be an interesting game. I mean, last pick Broods tend to do that to games. Makes it really hard for prepare for it because their heroes, their supports, I mean, Kunkka, Lich don't deal well versus a Brood.
And EG taking a second there to load into the game as well. We are now into it. We'll see if they're able to scout out where the Brood is going to be. Kunkka up here in the top lane. Crit's going to get down a ward early on. Likewise, it's going to be Fade placing one over in the Radiant jungle. But as far as the matchups are concerned, because that's always sort of the scariest part for Broodmother, is where you lane it and how you deal with it then. What do you think the goal is going to be for EG here? How are they going to try and lane this?
They probably want the Necro versus that Brood. And they might get mind gamed though. Brood puts a web down in the mid lane to make them think that it's mid, but it's a Bloodseeker mid this time around again. Sniper, incredibly good versus Bloodseeker though in lane. Shrapnel is very difficult to deal with as a melee hero for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one indeed
30 seconds to
for
battle.
the Bloodseeker if he does end up going into there. And Sumail is going to have a decent start, but likewise, it's Omni-Knight down bottom. Yang going to be playing this one against the Necro Kunkka. We haven't seen a ton of Omni-Knight at this event so far. In fact, I want to say that this is maybe our first look at it, but hard hero to deal with in the laning stage himself.
Yeah, he can get a lot, and Repel is very good versus what EG's got. Of course, blocking out like Pugna spells, blocking out Necro spells, blocking out Kunkka spells as well. He can be very strong in this game for sure for their team fight, which they are kind of lacking on the side of Thunder. It's pretty much like Omni spells and Cask plus Spirit spells as their big team fight spells. Of course, the Bloodseeker, Bloodright can be pretty obnoxious in fights, but so they're getting the Pugna Kunkka versus the Broodmother. And they're doing some dual lanes pretty much across the board.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and see if any lane switches are going to come up here, as already Freeze taking a little bit of damage against the sniper, but, well, it's going to be able to pull the creep wave past and probably Blood Rage up to heal again.
So they're going to sack Arteezy. This is what they used to do pretty much every on EG. And they're going to be emphasizing more on the other two lanes. And Universe should have a decent time, at least in the top lane, once he gets a Sentry down. If he gets levels on the Pugna versus Brood, you can blast down those Spiderlings. But Brood is one of those heroes. We see what the Brood does. You get your level 5, you get your level 6, and you can just go Ancients and Fade, actually. Able to roll away. Okay.
All right, that was pretty sick. I thought he was going to end up getting denied, but stays alive. Not bad at all.
This. We got some try-mid action happening. They're like, all right, Bloodseeker is always a problem in these games, apparently, so put heavy emphasis on him. And they want to get Pugna, making sure that he gets high levels versus Broodmother, so you can take out the spiders, and same thing goes for Necro. Arteezy will be sacked a bit down here, but we've seen this before.
Yeah. He'll still get his at some point. Gets a decent amount of levels, I would imagine. Looking
at Thunder, the Omni-Knight's going to be very over-leveled, which is really going to help them in the laning phase and mid-game, and Broodmother, we're kind of saying what that hero already does.
Roll in. They recognize that Fear is in a little bit of a precarious spot. They deal damage, bringing in about half HP, and that will allow Freeze to get himself some more farm. Meanwhile, the Sentry Ward looks to be taken out, so Fade getting a little bit of vision advantage there. But Sylar still up top, doing a good job as Crit's able to steal away one of the bounty runes from the Witch Doctor, and everything's seeming to stay fairly even, with the main difference being that Broodmother's doubling up the CS.
Yeah, Thunder is coming out ahead in the laning phase already. Bloodseeker's farming just fine in the mid matchup versus the Lich. Going to be losing a bit on the experience, but Universe has to be a bit threatened. Whenever he doesn't see the Earth Spirit on the map, he's scared of the rotation coming with that Brood, because Pugna, 1 armor, you really suffer versus all the Spiderlings that Brood has. And Sylar, like we said, I think Paul was talking about it, that this is one of Sylar's most played heroes recently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of experience on this guy. He does take a lot of damage. That was a good amount of spiders stolen
Universe
as well.
got like 10 plus spiders there, it looked like.
Oh,
mid lane.
Stun comes out. They've got him caught. The damage is going to be there. The silence doesn't connect onto the sniper, but nonetheless, he is going to fall. First blood drawn by the Witch Doctor. They get a return kill. Fear there, picking it up, and now the catch is there as well. Torn a little bit off the mark, but they're going to do the courier. Move it away. Run away.
Oh, God.
And it does get out of there.
Oh, 3-minute mark. Clutch timing.
Oh, my God. But is that a bait?
Bloodseeker, though, is winning the mid lane. 15-7 to the 11-2 sniper, even when there's a Lich there. But now, rotation's coming in. Good X-Torrent.
And Bloodseeker, nowhere left to go. He is going to be salving and living? Oh, you want to commit for that one, I would imagine.
The movement speed bonus gained from Fear being low. Just enough for him to get outranged of the damage in bottom lane. Arteezy. He has stick charges. He's got Ghost Shroud. He heals up. He's fine down there.
This is still a Necrophos at the end of the day.
And there's no heavy magic damage really coming out from the side of Thunder. It's really just Earth Spirit's damage for quite a long time, that is. I mean, they've spawned Spiderlings, but that's not, those big magic damage spells that you think about. And since Lich is still kind of low, we see Freeze walk up, bully Sumail a little bit with some right clicks, but get thwarted back.
Yeah. Don't want to step too much to that. Invis picked up down bottom. Witch Doctor's going to get that one as well. He's going to scout things out. And with Fear here in the mid lane, they might think about going for this. There's a ward that makes them feel maybe a little bit safer than they actually are, and a cast could come. But with Earth Spirit showing...
Yeah, they caught glimpse of him.
Oh, but this is a pretty good cask if they want to go for this. They step away from each other now. Walking forward. There's the catch. They've got the damage. It's going to connect, and Sumail brought down yet again with Witch Doctor sauntering away.
So much damage. He gets blood raged up, and just everybody's damage just gets amped up by that 25%.
Top lane, Universe is leading in CS, but a lot of spiders.
Yeah, he's still close to the top of net worth. It's pretty surprising to see how well Arteezy is actually doing in that bottom lane, because they were pressuring him a bit with that dual lane with the Witch Doctor Omni, but since rotations have happened, he has a very favorable matchup versus the Omni Knight, and should be able to pull further and further ahead.
So does anything really counter Bloodseeker in the mid lane? I mean, we were talking about this, but he is dominating his sniper here.
He really is, and it was not just a sniper, it was a Lich sniper, but he did help again,
Yeah.
But it's still pretty crazy to see how well he really is doing. But that is also what happens when you get First Blood. You get First Blood, you get a big chunk of gold into that advantage, and can definitely abuse it. But he's level 5 in comparison to level 4 sniper and level 4 Lich. Pretty damn good.
It's hard to deal with the Bloodseeker once you get off to this type of a start.
Crit looking to wait for level 6 Pugna to come out, and he's going to set up for a gank onto Sylar here with that life drain. They've got it dust. They catch it on him too.
Now, next Torrent, they pull him back in. Going to connect. Life drain there. Is it going to be enough? It looks like the answer is yes. Universe getting that kill on the big bad spider. Bottom lane again, going on to Arteezy, trying to bring him down low. But again, this is a hard hero to gank and kill. And
he's going to get the... Oh, the repel comes out. Clutch save.
That was
a fade. That was
close.
Very close to Arteezy just killing him and getting full health because he's Necro.
Still has the Reaper's Sight. You can't really walk forward that close.
And he's doing incredibly well down here, yeah. 30-9 last hits. So definitely a different game coming out in comparison to the last two. We see actually no like triple lane dominance or dominance. It's fairly even across the board.
The game was over in the past two games at this point.
I mean, it did feel like that. And top again, they're setting up again for Sylar. Crit with the clutch positioning, and with Universe having that level 6, even level 7 now, that extra damage with that life strain is more than enough to bring down the spider.
Basically getting it on cooldown at this stage. So a great start right now for the Pugna. Is this a hero that, like, how worried do you need to be with him getting this much early on? Or is it more about the Brood that's lost out on a lot?
Having Brood get lost out is really painful, but we've been seeing Pugnas dominating in this tournament, so it's definitely a bit of an issue coming out for Thunder. And we said, they don't really have that damage to burst through the Ghost. How about the Decrepify? The same instance. They don't have that magic damage burst. Well, it's definitely a bit of a concern, and their towers can be threatened quite heavily, of course, by Pugna.
Absolutely. Fade getting a little bit of him time up here in the top lane, but you always have to be worried with this rotation coming up. Crit is here as well. They might think about going on him again. Pause for the Necro. Arteezy going to take a moment.
Seems like a crash, yep. So it's pretty detrimental, though, that the Broodmother is having to walk all the the way back to the lane, and usually at this time, 7 minutes, they're getting close to the Desolators from what we've been seeing, especially when we've seen Matumba be playing it, and he gets those 9 to 12 minute desos majority of the times. This one is not looking to be that fast unless he is able to get maybe a kill or two and then transition into those ancient farming.
Well, Witch Doctor thinks better of going up towards the top lane, and he is going to head mid instead for the moment. They do have Rupture ready, but that is a hard hero to dive at this point.
Without Earth Spirit, they don't have the big gap closer to get on top of Sumail.
Right.
And there's almost level 6 on Fear, so they don't really want to be going for those dives. Yeah. He's actually very close to 6 on Lich, yeah. They're looking to punish Pugna in the top lane, though. Fade is set up there, but he's going to get scouted out right now by Crit.
Oh, they walk by each other. X-Torrent going to roll away, but he's coming right back again, and another life drain to get the stun out. That keeps him alive for the moment.
Well, Universe with the spiders on him could be in trouble, but one blast kills a lot of them.
Oh, want to get that kill. They are going to get it. That's a big kill right there for the Broodmother. And now finding themselves Crit as well. They're going to be able to connect onto this. Roll forward. Nice dodge. The Torrent, it's going to connect. They actually kill off Fade before they lose the Kunkka. Nice little play there by Crit.
Still a great positional rotation by the Earth Spirit. Even though he gets found in the side, they don't have the burst damage to bring him down. They did use the Nether Blast on top of the Life Drain initially, so he gets the stun right away on the Life Drain. Maybe some slight mistakes, but 2 people pay with their lives on the side of EG. Still though, Arteezy is having a blast in the bottom lane, and now, Sumail gets isolated.
Yeah, there was never going to be a chance that he lives there. Repel onto Fade, keeps the Chain Frost from bouncing too much, and Rupture used for the sniper kill mid. He just got level 6, and you compare to the Bloodseeker right now, who's already almost 8. It's been a really good game so far for this Bloodseeker.
Mm-hmm. Story of the tournament, seems. At least story of the series.
All right. Still, Pugna being able to keep this Broodmother off of the tower. You'd love to be able to get some damage onto that tier 1, but they just haven't really had a chance to find a kill and then get an objective afterwards. Kind of tough at this stage.
Solid with that kill and able to get some jungle going on here. He's getting closer and closer to that Desolator. Probably going to need a very early Diffusal Blade if they want to be able to take those fights, but fighting into EG's lineup with Thunder's lineup is pretty difficult. There's a heavy amount of team fight on EG with the Kunkka, with Pugna, with Lich, Necro. It's very hard for them to just get into the fights.
Set up top lane with a Sentry Ward as well, and continuing to just throw out Assassinates there in the mid lane on the Bloodseeker.
He was stop canceling it over and over again. Nice. Just walk up to the creep wave. Come on.
Do just need to be a little bit careful because of the Rupture, but without the Earth Spirit, it seems unlikely to find a kill.
Yeah, I think they need Earth Spirit / Omni Knight, some kind of combination like that with the Bloodseeker to go for the dives. Fear is just sitting right behind Sumail.
Oh, the stop cancel. That time actually just lets it complete. Bloodseeker brought down about half HP. Witch Doctor's rotating down as well with the Earth Spirit, so they might think about going onto him now. If Sumail sticks around a little bit too long, they get that catch onto him, and now the rotation in. Chain Frost to turn it. The stun is going to be there nonetheless, and Sniper going down. They do turn around the kill, though, and bring down the Earth Spirit with Yang here also. They do have a Repel. That's going to keep the Witch Doctor alive for the moment. Just backing out the right clicks. They're still doing a ton of damage right now. The Decrep combo together, but it doesn't end up keeping them alive. Oh, man.
That plus 40 damage talent from Necro with Phase Boots online. Quite a lot of damage, but yeah, max Decrep plus Blast is pretty ridiculous at this stage in the game, only 11 minutes.
Heavy hitters, not quite level 6 yet on Fade, so the Earth Spirit rotation isn't really going to be able to bear that much fruit, I don't believe. And tier 1 tower taken in the mid lane, 6-6. EG coming out ahead at the 11-minute mark.
Very slight, though. Yeah. Broodmother has Deso finished now for Sylar.
So took down that tier 1 tower. Spiders killed off a little bit by the sniper, got some CS for himself. But next couple of minutes, how do you see this game working out for both teams? Where are they looking to go?
EG's got heavy team fight. They still have Necro ulti online too, and Crit has Boat, so that should be EG just being able to team fight quite well, just having to be careful that they don't get picked off for sure. They're still playing versus Bloodseeker, Brood, the cores at least on the side of Thunder, you see, are very single target in comparison to EG, where they have massive amounts of AoE fight. So EG probably going to group up and just take these bigger engagements. But Sylar actually might be able to get picked off here. It's under vision. Crit trying to get the setup.
Yang is over in the area as well, and he's going to sneak this bounty rune. I believe Crit sees him as well. Now just going to run away. Repel is still there, 2 points in it. Shouldn't get killed off here, I would imagine. He doesn't have a TP, actually. Yang may be in a little bit of a scary spot, but...
He saves the Repel.
Yeah. Good call hanging on to that one.
Level 5s on the two supports on the side of Thunder. They really need the level 6s on these two supports to take fights.
Yeah, Earth Spirit's very, very close to it, and with the next creep wave, he should be able to have that done. But still a little bit scary running into a Necrophos who is quite farmed and has 13 stick charges as well, but they're moving forward here.
EG wants to take fights. Still no 6s on the two supports. Fear with a nice ward. He gets a Chain Frost too.
Oh, that's a really good one. The slow is out there. They find themselves another kill, and Fade just going to try and get the kick and then roll away into TP. That's going to keep him alive. But big win there, taking down the Bloodseeker.
Cleaning up more towers, getting a bit more gold advantage coming out, and really emphasizing on defending their tier 1s for EG. Anytime they see Thunder setting up, they bring 1 or 2 heroes plus defend it, and Arteezy's on good timing toward that Radiance.
And yeah, I was wondering if he was going to stop off for a Veil along the way, but looking to just get straight into the big item.
I think he's feeling that he's having such a good game that he might as well just go for the biggest item possible. The Veil is still very good though with his team, of course, with Pugna on it. Sylar and Bloodseeker both queuing up Mask of Madness to try to get this catch-up going, because they're definitely recognizing it's like, we can't take head-on team fights versus EG, we have to get a advantage, and the way to do that is, as we've been mentioning, Mask of Madness, farming Ancients is one of the most beneficial things. They can still look for pickups, though. Universe under a vision of that ward that they placed deeply.
Highest net worth hero in the game is going to be found, ruptured, and most likely killed as they roll in onto him, and, well, give the kill as well, right, at the ruptured kick. Love to see it.
So they can put a little bit of advantage. They don't have great tower pushing though on Thunder. It's pretty much only Sylar at the moment with that Deso.
I'll take that.
But they can get some damage down bottom as long as there's no other heroes there. EG set up around the mid lane and top. Sacrificing your bottom tower or sacrificing your safe lane tower usually at this stage of the game is acceptable because you're bound to lose it, and it's one of those. Even in the Thunder situation, it's just really hard to defend it because of the wraparound potential.
Yeah, I mean, you can see Crit here already in the area, ready to go in with a boat if somebody decides to show up at that point. VGJ, though, trying to get some deep wards inside the Radiant jungle. EG maybe setting up for a smoke here, possibly, although they don't actually have one. But if they step into the jungle here, this could be a pretty quick pick with level 6s online for the sports.
Very nice wards coming up from Thunder this game. They've got very deep, aggressive wards plays after they take the tier 1, and that one bottom ward that they have is a very unorthodox one in the lane, and it ended up actually catching Universe that one time.
Yeah. Man, look at EG, though. They just have, like, complete and total recognition of where they are. Nobody is showing in the top lane. Nobody was showing down here bottom. They know that they're up here on this cliff, and they're just walking over in this side of the map, farming instead.
Now they see the Omni Knight reveal himself. They know Broodmother's probably in the area too. Crit starts shoving in that top lane as Kunkka. Going for a very different build on the Kunkka too. We've been seeing a lot of the Max Torrent with Max X, but he's 1-3-1 on Kunkka.
That's more the Lanham style when he was playing it for a while.
Exactly.
Oh. DP from Yang. They have Reaper Sight. Are they going to blow him up here? He does manage to turn it back around. Repels and skitters out of there.
Crit holding the boat, decided not to really want to throw it out there. Didn't think that they could really get the cleanup kill. Arteezy. Crit trying to retreat. They've got the TP out there. They have the cast, so it's going to get him.
The silence is there as well, and Blood Rage for even more damage. Arteezy's going down. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, and Mr. S also falls. Oh, man, that is a big swing of momentum into the favor of VGJ Thunder.
Definitely. Getting these pickoffs are massive for their lineup at the moment. They need BKBs on Thunder to really take head-on fights versus EG at the moment, but if they can get pickoffs like that, it definitely is the dream. And bottom, they're engaging on Universe again.
Oh, they want this kill real bad. There's the Magnetize already up, the heal bomb coming through. Universe trying to TP out, but to no avail. They bring him down. Fade picking up that kill, and VGJ Thunder really coming alive.
All 3 cores on the side of EG have died in the last 40 seconds. Really good movement coming out from Thunder. EG getting split up.
It doesn't even really feel like there was that much done. It was just sort of moving from lane to lane to lane, and maybe it all started going a bit aggressive up there on the top lane to try and find the kill on the Omni.
Just slight mistakes being punished heavily by Thunder. And these Mask of Madness are really starting to kick in. They're starting to get a lot of farm coming out. They've now taken the gold advantage for the first time after like the 5-minute mark. And network or experience advantage as well.
So VGJ, after getting the level 6s on the supports, making moves around the map. EG looking to try and sort of pull things back together for themselves. They're pushing along top with the Necro, the Kunkka, and the Lich all in the area.
Their power is their team fight, so they have to try to stick together. Universe, though, walking into their Vici heroes again.
This is going to be another big kill. They lose the Pugna right now, and most likely going to lose the tower. Even another?
That was back-to-back deaths for Universe.
An exceptional.
The highest net worth hero at one point quickly dropped down.
And directly into Roshan as well.
Oh, and they're going to kill it incredibly fast, too, with that Deso, level 2 Insatiable Hunger plus Blood Rage. EG can't contest this. Oh, this is a really big problem for EG.
Yeah, this is huge. And Yang, in the meantime, like, he's just split pushing down here bottom. He doesn't even need to be with the team. Thinking about when this Omni Knight shows up to the fights as well, how do EG deal with this now?
I mean, Thunder is just making some really good moves, to be honest.
Yeah.
EG was trying to make some group pressure play toward top, but Thunder catches Universe on the rotation, and now they smoke up, and they're looking to meet up with Yang bottom. EG might get caught off guard by this one.
They want to kill bigger than crit for sure, but they'll take it if that's all that they can get.
Looks like EG knows this is up, though. They're all kind of backing up very far behind this tower.
Necro showing in mid right there by a ward. Actually, no, he wasn't quite. No creeps in the area, but... They also have Kunkka finishing off a drum now, so more of these auras to try and help the team fight and do more of what they already do well.
Yeah, they're not able to take these fights, though. Still, Thunder's just splitting them up all over the place. Forcing lanes in with this Omni Knight, who has no risk of dying because he just can repel TP out whenever any situation does call for it. No real big, like, hard stuns side of EG. They have Torrent and they have Necro ulti, but besides that, it's not like a Fissure, not some kind of like Sanking stun or Earth Spirit disable.
And honestly, VGJ now, they're looking to get towards bigger items themselves. They've got a Radiance queued up on the Bloodseeker.
And he's getting close to it. And as well as the Omni Knight, it's going to be getting close to a Eul Scepter, too.
Necro has his Radiance, obviously. That a little while ago. But hasn't really been able to make use of that damage.
Yeah, definitely.
Double damage.
Well, we've got a game on our hands here. The
It's-
last two are stomps. This one's certainly not.
It's much closer, for sure. BKBs are probably the next items on the docket for Thunder to be able to take actual just head-on fights. You do see BKB queued up by Sylar, and then after the Radiance, of course, for Freeze, it will probably be the BKB as well. But EG, staying grouped up, they're trying to press forward to take head-on fights because they keep getting picked up whenever they split up.
They do have some vision up on the high ground right now, so they're going to scout out Fade as he heads over to the side. We'll see if that gets dewarded, but bottom lane, it's also going to be the Broodmother that's split pushing while all of this is happening.
Man, I was just glancing at levels. Sumail is incredibly underleveled. Level 10 on Sniper. He is 4th from the bottom for the game. I mean, of course, it's 2 level 9s and 2 level 10s, but everybody else is higher level than him besides that. Looking to get an engagement top.
Silence out, doesn't end up connected to Arteezy, but they've already TP'd back with the
Sylar's
Sniper while
split
this is
pushing.
happening. Sylar's taking that tier 3 tower bottom. They TP'd back already with one.
But it's an X. They're Xing it, so they're trying to
Good call.
still stay top, at least for the time being.
Yeah, I was like, where'd the Sniper go? He was just there. And yeah, he ended up Xing back.
But now Sylar's going to see that, and he's going to step forward as well.
Are they Xing again with Arteezy?
No.
Okay.
They're retreating now. They are really struggling to take advantage of their teamfight lineup. Thunder is really halting them. They're playing very well.
VGJ, after what was a scary start to the series, has been able to come back in 2 games and just looks quite good.
They've been having very good movements. The Earth Spirit's play has been on point this game. Just whenever anybody splits up on the side of EG, he has been finding the opportunities to go for them. And it's really letting all 3 cores on the side of Thunder get quite massive.
And you had mentioned Pugna, this hero that was doing so well early on in the game. After those couple of deaths, he's now the 5th highest net worth on the team, where he was holding that top spot for a really long time.
He's been completely stopped pretty much. Him and Sumail are really struggling to find any farm in this game. Arteezy's still farming, but like you said, he can't really get into these fights. He can't do anything because every time he's to show up to a fight, it's like Omni Knight's there, and he's like, okay, I can't really ult anybody.
Yeah.
Because of their repel.
The Omni Knight's been a pretty cool pick this game so far.
Yeah. It's really working out for them. He's only 0-0-4, but he's definitely been doing his job. He's been forcing out lanes. He's been sitting behind people and just letting them get this farm, which, I mean, it's really starting to build up. It's 4K advantage in gold now for Thunder and getting toward an 8,000 experience advantage, too.
So let's look macro picture here. As this game goes on, you've got a Bloodseeker and a Brood and an Omni, basically, against Sniper, Necro, and Pugna. Does the late game look a little bit better for EG, considering how this sort of mid-game has gone for VTJ? As we do get a Silence out there and a catch onto the Earth Spirit. Should be a kill.
Yeah. They're finally able to use the Reaper Scythe again. It's been a very long time. They've got really good high ground defenses, the thing that EG does. You know, Sniper plus Lich plus Pugna. It's very hard to really push into this one, but that's where the BKBs are going to come into play from Thunder, if they're able to just like pierce into the backlines with that magic immunity. We'll have to see, because it is a lot of magic damage coming out from EG if those BKBs start ticking down, etc. But the BKBs are coming out at a very late stage, so they will be quite strong for... Thunder will be quite strong for quite a good period of time once they get that magic immunity online.
Yeah.
And they've already been making the better moves this game for sure.
I guess another X factor could be this Kunkka. We haven't seen a ton of this hero recently. Ooh, Yang. Well, they throw out the Torrent. It connects onto 1. That's just to try and hold the progress that's coming out. But they might be able to find themselves crit. The Rupture is there. He throws out the boat, trying to stay alive. The TP is going to be there as well. But to no avail. He's eventually brought down. Arteezy here as well. The Chain Frost is going to bounce twice at the very least.
Bloodseeker's in serious trouble here.
Sylar shows up though. They get the turnaround. The Guardian Angel is out. And, well, Arteezy now in a terrible position. He's going to be brought down. 2 heroes dead. No buyback. Oh, man.
Yep, very nice turnaround there. Again, Omni Knight, the Guardian Angel, just enough to kind of top him off in top lane.
Yeah, they got themselves caught. Universe. He's running away from him right now, but Fate might be able to reapply this in just a second. Gets the Magnetize out again. That's another long duration. Can they find the kill? Roll forward is going to be enough with the Silence and another reapplication of the Magnetize. He actually doesn't have any more stones. And so Universe going to look through this, it looks like, although they have vision of him, so they should be able to run it down with Yang.
Yep, he's going to get heal bombed here. The Tranquil Boots actually almost saved Universe there, just being able to run and keep the healing going during it, but...
I'll dig that.
Thunder just making all the right moves this game.
Yeah. Pretty much everything that they could want. Roche, about a minute and a half before it's even possible to respawn, and it does feel like with almost all of the tier 2 towers in the scary spot for EG, VTJ Thunder, if they can get the Roche, you could think of going high ground maybe.
Mm-hmm. With the freshly picked up BKB and soon to have BKB on Freeze, they definitely could consider that, since it would be Aegis and Cheese.
Mm-hmm. So EG, where do they go from here for your eyes? Because it doesn't really feel like what they've been doing has been working so far.
No, they're definitely suffering. I mean, Sumail and Universe keep either dying or just not being able to get the farm. I mean, Sumail is still really struggling in this game. It's really looking tough. I don't really know how they can actually pull this one together, because sitting behind people wasn't working because they started getting behind because of the Mask of Madness on the Bloodseeker. Yeah, smoking might be like the best way, just try to take head-on fights, but they are playing into the BKB Brood. And overall, Thunder's been playing much better with their movements around the map.
And you look at these lanes even, I mean, mid lane's kind of pushing in. Bottom lane is going to get pressured a little bit also, so they're heading up top, but feels like VTJ Thunder might have an inkling that this is happening. We'll have to see.
EG's trying to play around their ward vision.
Ayo. Get caught out here?
They did spot him for a moment walking up onto that high ground here, but they do not know where the rest of Thunder is. They haven't seen anybody in quite a while.
Looks like the courier got hit too, so they might have had the courier being brought out to him, and And now Crit showing here in the mid, but Omni Knight in the area as well. Is this the fight you really want to take? Cass bouncing back and forth. They've got the Maledict out as well and dealing a good bit of damage. They have the boat that's already been able to connect onto one. Witch Doctor ulti going to be interrupted. He's also taken out, but Crit is already dead. Now can they find a more Arteezy just being eaten alive? He is caught there with the Ghost Shroud, so that's keeping him alive for the moment. The disarm onto the Bloodseeker, needing to run away alive on 20 HP, but Sylar also is getting torn the hell up, and now they've caught themselves. The Omni Knight gonna need to repel and run away from this one. And it looks like he might be able to get out of there. The Eul Scepter and all that movement speed means that Yang most likely to escape. But a great fight for EG.
Being grouped up like that really worked out for them. Arteezy did his job there. You know, he sat in the middle of the fight and he made space for Sumail to sit in the back and peep away. Sumail has the Maelstrom, so he's able to do a decent amount of damage. And we're going to see how much Arteezy actually gets healed up here. So he gets ruptured up and he has to stand his ground, but then you watch free peeping away as well as Universe. They're both just getting all their spells off in this engagement while Arteezy tanks the brunt of the force.
Yeah, that kill on the Witch Doctor made all the difference in the world, like you were saying. And almost able to kill off the Bloodseeker too, but he did get out of there.
Just barely. I think he lived with like 13 or 10 HP or something. It was
crazy.
Very close to the Heartstopper. I mean, they're very stressed out this game for sure.
Yeah. Until much closer ordeal than we've seen previously. But pipe there for Omni Knight now, and after that little of a failed fight, Roche still probably on both teams' minds. It's just difficult to really take that unless you get a clean pick-off.
Yeah, EG doesn't have a great rushing lineup. They don't have Medallion. They only really have... I mean, Sniper and Necro do pretty decent physical, but they don't have something like a Broodmother and Blood Rage, which just eats through Roshan.
5,000 net worth lead still for VCJ Thunder. Certainly nothing that's insurmountable at this point, and maybe with Crit walking forward, they have eyes on him with this freshly planted ward.
Level 20 has been reached on the Broodmother. Big damage peak coming out. That 70 attack speed bonus is really ridiculous on top of the Deso BKB. He's going to be having Diffusal Blade soon, too, for that chase and pick off to get rid of the Ghost Shroud.
Oh, Crit walks into a hell of a lot of trouble, and they're going to blow him up right at the start. Arteezy here as well. The Chain Frost not going to bounce anymore, but he does blow up one. That's going to give him out of regen, and just immediately VCJ looking to run away from them for the moment. Although, is Arteezy really going to end up getting away from this? Eul Scepter lift up. He's still moving. Ghost Shroud keeping him alive. They just don't have the damage, and now if they're not careful, they're going to get ran down. Oh my god, Sumail is going to start to come in and blow them all the hell up. Yang trying to run away, and he's going to get the TP away after the Assassinate comes out. That keeps him alive. Bottom of
doing a lot of damage on him, and with the BKB, he's going to look to force it. There's no glyph available now. He might just commit. No, he's going to back up. Okay, Sumail TP's down. Arteezy, though, the combination of Ghost Shroud there plus Universe's defensive Decrepify, they don't have, like we mentioned a few times during the draft, they don't have like that heavy magic damage burst on Thunder to go through that one, and the Bloodseeker doesn't have Diffusal Blade just yet, but that's the next item on the docket.
Yeah, and Broodmother just now finished one as well. So that's going to be what they're looking to do at this point. With the Diffusal Blade line, how worried would you be in EG in the next couple of fights?
Definitely a bit concerned, but they have very good ways of kind of like kiting it out with Hurricane Pike and stuff like that. And the BKBs, the very important thing is that the BKBs get low. That's what EG is hoping for. Make the Broodmother use the BKB over and over again. Make Bloodseeker's BKB get down lower and lower. Bloodseekers are still at 9 seconds, of course, but Broods is now at 7, and that's the way that they can kind of deal with this with their heavy magic damage lineup.
I guess you also everybody wants to get a Diffusal Blade. Yang has one queued up with the 100 damage talent also. Omni Knight's going to be buff.
Yeah, definitely. Whenever BKB's up, it's a bit of a concern for EG. Absolutely.
And Repel also.
Yeah, Repel's always there.
Well, smoke from VCJ as they're going to move into the woods, and looking like, again, Crit is going to be the one that gets found. The roll forward, they get the stun, connects onto Arteezy as well. It's a lot of damage onto Fade, and the Chain Frost bouncing around a little bit. Are they going to end up being brought down in the end? The application, there's the BKB pop, turn to fight, going to bring down one. Arteezy again, Eul Scepter lift up, but Sylar's on top of him. They have the Diffusal Blade as well. He's going to be brought down here. No, the Link hits, and it's a pop, and they turn it back around. Going to keep him alive. Arteezy living through everything, but not quite enough in the end. 2 for 2 so far. And everybody from EG looking a hell of a lot healthier, able to live through that one, but not in the end enough as Omni Knight gets brought down.
These fights are going to start getting really crazy because of, like you said, the Lincoln Sphere coming out from Universe to block the Diffusal Blades at times. They have Decrepify, they have Ghost Shroud. There's so many different factors that Thunder has to watch out for in these engagements when they run into that kind of close quarters. When they're in that little area, Chain Frost and all these different spells and Shrapnel really start coming to fruition for EG. Even though Crit keeps getting grabbed out, doesn't even get any spells off in this fight again. We do see EG looking pretty solid in it, getting 3 kills.
Oh, man, and just watch this. Uni from the low ground ends up gaining. He knows what's coming, and it's got to save his buddy.
Look at the patience, too, from Arteezy, holding the Ghost Shroud for so long. So that's a really good communication coming out from these two. He waits till the last second to try to use it, tries to use Ghost Shroud as he uses Reaper so he can get the increased amplification for healing if he gets the kill. But the Repel and the BKBs are still pretty hard to fight into for EG. But... that's with Crit dying right at the start of the fight, though, which is pretty massive that they can actually still only lose 2 heroes and get 3 kills out of it.
Yeah, no, I just think that also, like, you look at it, it's so much that's soaked up, the damage that comes out, and Sniper's allowed to plink away in the background through all of that.
That was a really well-timed sight, though. It was as the Repel/BKB was ending, so it did clip on him, but wasn't able to actually do enough damage to bring him down. It was very close, though. Split-second situation there, for sure.
Still 32 minutes in, 17-19 game on a knife's edge. The second Roshan to be claimed.
Fade's been playing really well in the Earth Spirit. He seems to always be getting the catch and starting the fights with this Blink Dagger. Always seems to grab Crit before he can get his spells off. BKBs are starting to tick down, though. Now it's 6 seconds on Brood, 8 seconds on the Bloodseeker.
Conserving resources. It's also going to be a Bloodseeker Diffusal Blade picked up now as well. So they have 2 of them, so 1 to break the Lincolns maybe and 1 to actually take out the Ghost Shroud. But even afterwards, as you mentioned, Decrep's going to be there as well.
Yeah, they're going to have the 3rd Diffusal Blade Goon on Omniite, so Diffusal spam. I mean, you're playing versus the 2 green heroes. You have to get several of these Diffusal. And EG's trying to get on the aggressive. They're trying to get a fight in their advantage.
You'll Scepter lift up. I think that you are just going to die here, Witch Doctor. Accept your fate. 75 seconds.
Can they try to go for a Rosh here with that? It is a very long time. They are trying to.
Scary stuff.
With the Medallion now finished up on Fear, they actually do have pretty good damage to go through that Rosh, but the rotations are coming in. Thunder looking to take the fight.
Yeah, and Fade there as well. He gets a stun, decent start, but is he going to live through it? They Purification to keep him alive. Now the Chain Frost bouncing. Sylar, it's back and forth between him and Rosh, but Fear is already dead. This big bad spider starting to run him down. Crit, nowhere left to go. Trying to live through this if at all possible, but seems unlikely. The stun comes through onto 2. Fade the Madman makes it happen again. 4 dead for EG.
Fade is... Dude, he's owning on this Earth Spirit, honestly. His setup, he gets 2-man stun into 2-man silence. They prioritize the Repel right away on the Bloodseeker so he can save his BKB for the further instances of the fight. And that was a 4v5 that they just came out heavily ahead of. Just having that surround factor with their heroes, being able to close the distance onto the Sniper and onto the Necro right away.
My goodness.
Earth Spirit just playing so well.
And showing that this is a hero that, you know, people used to think that you had to be a specialist on it, and Fade's certainly been putting in work on it. Tier 2 tower taken. Necro gone for 30 more seconds. They're moving immediately to the barracks now and want to force a reaction from EG, but they don't want to have to buy back, at least for this one, it looks like.
Yeah, they're holding their glyph as well, in case he goes for 2. Sylar opted to go for Blink Dagger too, to close the gap. That's something that you really need versus Sniper. On the Broodmother, of course.
Well, when we were getting ready to hop into this game, Toby was telling me that whenever 2 games that end up in a stomp, the 3rd one turns into a pretty exciting one, and that's certainly the case here.
Yeah. Again, though, the one constant, we look at the Bloodseeker, 10, 1, and 7.
Jeez. And with the Aegis on him now as well, kind of just be the king of this match. And all 3 of the cores right now from Vici Gaming Thunder topping the net worth chart. A big swing into their favor. 15,000, or excuse me, 12,000 net worth. That was the experience one I was looking at. Lordy, lordy.
Very scary. Lotus Sword picked up for Omni. Instead of going for the Diffusal Blade for himself, doesn't feel like he really needs it. They have enough. And they have gap closers now as well. Broodmother, Sylar, close to level 25. and as well will be the Bloodseeker's level 25 soon. And he also picks up a Blink Dagger for Bloodseeker, so just trying to get into the back lines on top of that Sniper, and Pugna looking to a very good plan for Thunder.
That's crazy. And, I mean, if they wanted to, thinking about going like for an Abyssal Blade next also.
Maybe eventually.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what they decide for, but
having Blink Diffusal BKB, it's like the most ideal thing possible, because even though the BKB starting to tick lower, they're going to be used at their maximum, because they can BKB and Blink right on top of somebody, and then that's where it's the most beneficial. Now they clean up the final outer tower.
Brood also is about to get that 8 webs talent.
Really going to help him move around the map quicker. Yeah, Thunder has been looking incredibly good. Their movements, the way they take the fights as well. Just the boldness, that last one was the biggest thing. You know, Witch Doctor's dead, and they don't care. They're like, we're going into this. This is a great place for us to fight.
So all of the tier 2 towers now taken. EG locked up inside their base. Even the War Vision, like you're talking about, it's making sure that they'll always scout EG if they move outside of their base.
EG in serious trouble.
I mean, the way that these fights are going to get taken now, do you think that you jump the Sniper with both the Brood and the Bloodseeker?
Whichever one you can burst quickly, because there's no magic immunity or anything on the Sniper.
Right.
It's just pretty much whoever Fade can catch, and he's been landing 2 to 3 man hero disables in all these instances.
Okay. Looks like they want to try and play it safe and not just strong arm it. We've seen too many times teams trying to high ground against the Sniper and ending in catastrophe.
Yeah, they're getting their final level 25s and just waiting for the side lanes to push in as well.
Bloodseeker's still a little ways away from his 25. But now movement forward. The pain.
This is what we were talking about, is that EG, when they are live, they do have the time on defense. But Repel blinking forward.
They don't have an X to bring him back out again, though. Bloodseeker brought down to half HP. Purification, hit a couple creeps, easy peasy.
Yep, Buddha Restoration as well on top. Very nice. Now they go with the Repel, when they blink in with Insatiable Hunger, and they start eating at this tower.
Oh my god. I mean, again, it's a lot of damage that's expended on the Sylar, but with Lotus Orb and Repel, like you mentioned, they have ways to take it. For EG, do you think about like trying to go when you know that Repel is on cooldown, or is that too scary?
It's very scary playing into Aegis and Cheese, and you're into Omni Knight too. They try to like commit, and they just, if EG loses a fight right there, the game's just over. So
Right.
they don't want to really push it out too much.
Buyback status, they have 2 of them right now on the Radiant, Necrophos as well as the Sniper. Meanwhile, Dire holding on to one for everybody except for the Witch Doctor.
They're looking to just go. They just try to get they know that they're going to get whittled down at one point. Trying to get some pickup. They get ward on the high ground here. They see
just
the
expiring. It did just go down. Can they blow him up though? Torrent's not going to be on the mark, but they have caught AO, and he's going to be ran down here. They want to save the Reaper's Sight though, holding on to it for the moment. Fade jumped forward. He ended up getting a stun onto a couple of them. Jumping forward. Sumail caught it an instant. Now Universe also getting ran down. BGJ Thunder. Can they make this work? They buy back on the Sniper, trying to turn this. They get the turnaround though, and actually will run down another hero. So the lift up there for the moment. Crit's living through all of this. Now Sylar left completely alone, but they get the Repel, and now he's able to run away, at least for now. The blink out of there as well. They lose 3 on VGJ Thunder, but they force the buyback.
Yeah, they get... As soon as the agent starts ticking out, that's when EG just tries to go. They know that they're going to get whittled down otherwise. Great usage of the Reaper Scythe that time. Arteezy holding it to the last second. And very early usage of the BKB by Freeze. They find Sumail almost instantly, though, jumping right on top of him, bursting him. But as soon as that BKB goes down on Bloodseeker, Crit focuses on him. Throws Torrent, throws Boat. Same thing with Fear. Throws everything onto that Bloodseeker, and they're able to get him up.
Almost was able to take down Crit here also. Was so close, but obviously the lift up there, and then Omni Knight pretty good at making sure your cores don't go down.
Yeah, Repel.
Whew. Blink aware before the right click.
Oh, and did I see it right? Oh, that's a full Aghanims on Omni Knight.
Oh, wow.
So negating a lot of the damage that will be coming out from... Oh, we see Fear get picked off in the mid lane very quickly by a Butterfly blinking on top of him. But Omni Knight with Aghanims. A lot of damage immunity. A lot of the damage on EG is magical, to be fair, but it will negate a good amount of Sniper's peeps anyway.
Yeah, a little bit of extra duration onto there. 10 seconds.
And that was
Level 3.
That was Sumail's buyback as well in that last one.
Yeah.
So he is falling further and further behind. It's pretty much Arteezy the only one getting like any more farm, while Sniper and Pugna both have hit their maximum. It's still looking extremely difficult for EG to do anything besides just defend.
Yeah, a very tough game now for them. And, well, you might wait until the next Aegis before you try and go another round for VGJ Thunder. In that timing, anything that we can expect to come out from EG that might turn the tides of this into their favor at all? Like items that you might expect to come out? Or
don't think any big items will change the factor of this one. It's just pretty much if they have vision of somebody, they can get the instant go on them and kill them before they get their magic immunity off. But Thunder now playing more relaxed, sitting back, pushing out lanes. It's all about being able to catch with vision.
Bloodseeker has that 7-second reduction in blood right cooldown. Just constantly spamming that. He might run into some issues with the mana pool, maybe. We'll have to see. I guess that they have a lot of arcane boots and stuff on their lineup as well. Or do they have any?
Don't think
they don't have any. All right.
But he will, but it's only 100 mana.
Right.
So you will be able to get more than enough. I mean, if you're throwing like 7 blood rights in a fight, I think there's something already going on.
Fair enough.
So Rosh, quick respawn. Vici looking to get their hands on that one. Do we have level 25? We have level 25 Bloodseeker, as you said, and Omni Knight almost level 25. So that plus 200 heal is quite a lot as well.
No.
I
don't think he'd go to Degeneron?
I don't think so. I haven't seen any, like, I haven't seen very many level 25 Omni Knights, to be fair, but the plus 200 heal,
and it's pure.
That's a lot. I mean, it's 500 heal. I would not imagine he gets the degen in almost any instances, actually.
It's like a quarter of the Kunkka's, or a third of the Kunkka's life.
And yeah, he instantly takes the heal, of course. He's still got cheese, too, on Yang.
Illusion.
So next couple of minutes, again, waiting for that Roshan. If they think that they're confident in picking it, they might smoke up and look for a pick-off first, and that's exactly what VGJ Thunder are going to do. Crit on the high ground, there to break a smoke if it happens to come out this direction. Smoke breaks, repel there, jump forward, rolling boulder. They caught themselves a crit, but can they kill him? Boat is down now as well, catches onto 2. They're actually able to bring down 1. Fade is already out of this fight. Not a bad start to it as Crit decides to run away. Witch Shock to ultimate down and not really doing all that much damage. It's going to be a TP away. Pugna looping through that one. Arteezy still getting ran at. Sylar doing a good bit of damage, and it might be Arteezy dead, as they have him completely isolated away from everybody else. Does have buyback available, as Sumail trying to deal some damage. He does get the assassinate, though, on a Bloodseeker. That's going to be a kill. Bloodseeker does have buyback, though, and they're going to decide to go right now.
Sorceries avail.
Oh, my God. Arteezy tanked for so long. Sumail was literally just sitting in the back hitting everybody, but with that 10-second GA from the Omni Knight, a lot of that damage negated. So even though you can just see, like, look at the Arteezy's damage. He was just sitting there. He did 6,300. Same thing with Universe. Universe and Sumail just sitting in the back, peeping the whole time, and they still are only able to kill, what, 1 hero?
The buyback from the Bloodseeker a little bit sketchy there, too. I guess it ensures that they get Rosh.
Yeah, that's definitely for the Rosh. That's what they need to be able to press their advantage onto that high ground. Arteezy also bought back.
Yeah, 1 more death there, and it's going to potentially be curtains. They do get the Aegis onto the Bloodseeker. Going to have to hold his Blink Dagger to the side for now.
Look at the sentries placed on EG right now.
Oh my God.
There's, what, 7 of them try to place out so they can try to be able to track the Broodmother, because he just gets repelled and he runs away in the fights when he's close to dying, and there's no way for them to really catch him, because no one can hold the gem on the side of EG.
It's kind of an impossibility at this stage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, another high ground push coming now. EG looking for an answer in this game. Number 3. Winner moving on to the upper bracket.
EG's been on the defense for a very, very long time in this game, though. Unable to really make any big aggressive plays versus Vici's constant aggression.
If they're going to win a fight, what does it look like for EG?
Somehow killing the Earth Spirit before he gets anything off, but it's like it's not possible because of the position that he's in. Or killing one of the big cores with the Reaper Scythe as like the repel wears off, but that's also extremely unlikely. They don't have that like crazy, like the crazy stun. It's just like Torrent and Boat for really catch people if they get out of position.
That's why Omni Knight's just so good against the Kunkka as well.
Yes, that was one of the big factors, I believe, why they picked the Omni this game. Also versus the Pugna, of course.
Again, holding the line. EG lose their mid-tier 3 tower. It needs to be a very methodical push from VG Thunder.
Yep. But while this happens, they just get further and further ahead in the gold advantage, and the buybacks start ticking back for them. Side lanes pushing in. It's just EG just has to sit in their base and play base defense. Just tower defense at this moment.
Maybe some small solace that you've got is you're getting levels on these guys at the very least. So Necro is going to have this level 25 now, gets the 400 health.
They're looking for Sumail, Fade, and Siler in the bottom lane. With a Blink instance, with Blink Broodmother on top of him, they can definitely look to bring him down. I think that it looks like the next item choice, which really makes a lot of sense because of that turtle-based defense, is the Earth Spirit Aghanims. Once he gets that, we've seen what like a lot of these players do. You blink in, grab a hero, boot him out, and that can just be game with if they don't have buyback.
Yeah.
As for Sumail, we saw, he's had it up for, I want to say, even longer than 15 minutes. He's been trying to go for the MKB after the Hurricane Pike Mjolnir, but just dying in all the fights. Or unable to really get any kills out of the fights. It's really tough for him versus this Brood and Bloodseeker with Blink Daggers.
Fear tempting fate down there bottom.
Whew, yeah.
He's looking buff. He got the 150 damage talent. All right.
They're ready to try to go for a catch, though. Fade and Siler still in position here.
This is pretty tough to
They're
make
gonna
this
go
actually work.
Oh, he gets hit by the Maelstrom proc. He can't blink.
Oh, man. That would have been big. I mean, you don't lose anything there really at all. In the mid lane, it's still going to be everything fine, but could have been an opening there. They did use Insatiable Hunger.
But its cooldown is, 45 seconds.
Right, exactly.
But yeah, nothing really big lost there, just in the Maelstrom proc-ing Fade. Unfortunate.
So again, we reset. We wait for the next round. Aegis, still another minute and a half before it expires.
Sumail will soon have that MKB. His courier is positioned on the side there, just waiting for him to have gold for it, to be able to go through that butterfly.
It's a tough road to get there even.
Yep.
It's a scary thing.
Gold's getting ridiculous on the side of Thunder, though. Everyone's getting luxury gold. Or the 3 cores are getting luxury gold, pretty much. Omni Knight gonna be having a sheep stick at any moment he tries to buy it. They actually find it the situation they can try to go for Siler, but Fade. Again, coming in with the kick, but Siler does anyway use the BKB since it's down to 5 seconds. May as well just spam to survive at any instance in time.
So they'll wait for that one now. Next BKB, 40 seconds away. Also Insatiable Hunger on cooldown. And EG, again, going to give themselves a little bit of time to get towards... I mean, it's still like, what are they really getting towards at this point? Just sort of holding out the game and hoping that VGJ make a mistake, I guess.
Hoping that Sniper gets 6-slotted pretty much because he's still away from being at his peak. I mean, he's going to have the MKB finished up soon if he can ever get the courier out there. But Necro does also have Lincoln's finished on top for Arteezy, so being able to block diffusals can be very useful.
Oh, Ayo, he sees the courier. Oh, he wants it really badly. They're sending it long ways around. And the run forward, they got
one hit.
Oh, no. Trying to get it. They want it so bad. There's the catch. Doctor gets it.
They didn't buy the item, though. Sumail was, or the EG was definitely recognizing that courier might die, and it could be really detrimental. They're smoking out. They're trying to get a pick off here.
They've had enough. Sylar over by the trees. There's going to be the stun. It hits onto 2 of them, but is that really the initiation that they wanted? The silence going to connect there as well. Fade brought down low. They actually are able to pull him back in, and they find a kill. Okay, decent way to start this one. And now the Witch Doctor also left on. The rest of VGJ says, we don't want anything to do with you guys. And that should be the end of it.
The cores just run all back to the base pretty much on the side of EG. But that is a gem. That is a gem gain for EG there, and it's a little bit of breathing room. Now they can start to push out their lanes a little bit better, and it seems like that's the only way that they can do these fights. They just need to smoke and try to just catch somebody off of it when Thunder doesn't expect it.
So 50 minutes into it, we don't have a Witch Doctor for about 80 seconds. And I'm kind of looking at this game and feeling like the items that you get on EG are each going to be more effective at helping them to win team fights than the Thunder's items, right? Or do you not think so?
Yeah, except for the Aghanims on the Earth Spirit. That's the one big one for them to actually get into the base. But this is, we've mentioned a lot whenever we see Sniper it's all about the base defense at that point versus Sniper. If you can't break the base, your net worth advantage is pretty moot. And they've been struggling really hard versus this Lich and this Sniper. Lich, closer to level 25. That's going to be one of the big things, too, for them, is getting that 35 Frost Armor structure.
This game could be on a little while longer.
Oh, yeah.
Being for the long haul. And with the tier 2 tower taken in the mid lane, ooh, VGJ moving outside of their base right now with the Brood right there. Crits in the area as well. They see Sylar, they got him caught, the stun goes through, only onto one though. Is it going to be enough? Sylar again pops the BKB, Insatiable Hunger turns to fight Guardian Angel out as well. They're going to deal a lot of damage throughout the duration of this, and they do kill off Universe. But now the Chain Frost starting to slow, starting to get out of there, actually able to run away. The Bloodseeker gets out of that one, and it looks like the rest of VGJ are going to be able to escape as well.
Without Sumail there too, but they lose Universe. And now Thunder, when the Doctors respawning, they're looking to take a fight. Sumail will have the MKB finished up, so he will be able to do a good amount of damage and defense from the high ground.
Oh, they caught crit?
Oh, crit? Crit? I don't think he has buyback either, does he? He does not have buyback for 40 gold.
Oh, man.
So that'll hurt a bit for them to be able to force.
Yeah, that could be tough. They'll at least force the Universe buyback for sure. Yang ended up going for a Dagon instead of the stick. Wanting to just blow these heroes up. Arteezy in a little bit of a scary spot. They got the Blood Rage on him as well. There's the Evil Scepter lift up into the Silence. Brought down to very low HP. Is he going to live through all of this? He walks forward aggressively. Doesn't end up gain off that Reaper Scythe. So they lose Arteezy. Does have buyback.
He's trying to hold it as much as he can, though. That Maledict ticked pretty damn hard there at the end there on Arteezy from all the damage he had taken.
Well, the game is quite hard, and even with the one lane of Rax taken mid, if they end up getting it, I don't know if that ensures them a win.
It gives them easier ways to get into the base, though, and they're going to have Earth Spirit Aghanim soon, which is going to be like the really big key to just closing it out for Thunder. But it still is, like, I mean, sniper-based defense, and with Universe as well, with Pugna, it makes it a lot easier. Sumail, though, finally, MKB finished. Next item on the docket is going to be the MKB, or the Ive Scotty, sorry.
Jump forward, dealing the damage to Sylar.
They're saving the buyback.
Melee barracks are there. They use Repel and a BKB charge. Just want to ensure that they don't lose that Brood.
They're really trying to force Arteezy to use his buyout.
Yeah, if they can somehow manage to hold on without using it.
It's no glyph.
This is so hard to do. It makes you wish you could decrypt towers. That's what Pugna needs as a buff.
That would be not okay. So though the chip away damage is starting to add up.
Do you think about going for Rapier for Sniper in this game at this point?
The thing is, he dies so easy. If he does get isolated, he dies instantly.
Right.
But it might be in that position. It's a 22k deficit, and they've been just sitting at their base trying to defend. And every time this happens, BKB, they can just commit onto the high ground.
Jump forward, they pull one out, able to get onto him already at the start, but can they kill these heroes off? Universe brought down to half HP, the Blood Right connects onto him now as well. They pop the BKB, try to bring down this, they are going to be able to get that kill, and they force out the buyback from the Necro. Now, can they get any more? Slowing down that Bloodseeker, Fear actually beats him up with that heavy right-click damage and a Chain Frost. So they managed to get a kill for the buyback, but they still don't have Uni.
Yeah, Arteezy buyback, though. Very costly. And yeah, Universe dead still for 80 seconds. If they kill Arteezy here, the game just ends very abruptly. They're trying to go for him, even though they don't have Bloodseeker.
Be a little bit scary. Torrent doesn't end up connecting. Fear's going to get caught as well. They've got themselves one, but is he going to end up dying? Evil Scepter left up again. They know they need to keep him alive, but it might be too much finally as VGJ starting to, well, almost get the kill. He actually kicks him away. Rare flub there, and in fact, they might end up losing more. Sumail pissed off. He wants to right-click this dude in the head and take him down. Yang is gone. Can they get any more? Witch Doctor can get hit with the Assassinate. Gee, pull one out of their bag of tricks and end up living.
Guess he was trying to get the damage with the kick, but that was a very weird kick away. He ran out of stones, right? Yeah, he was out of stones. I guess he was. That was a mistake there. Pretty big one for sure.
Yeah.
And Sumail now getting more and more farmed. He's now picked up a Diffusal Blade, so he's starting to transition a bit more. Finally, at the 55-minute mark, Sumail has massively started to progress his own. Oh, the nice X catches, but the Yules comes out.
Well played, but they still have eyes on him. They want to get that kill. Sniper not able to get him. Nice Glimmer Cape there. Witch Doctor saving the day again for the Assassinate, but they do have Roche available now.
I mean, dude, Sumail has. I was mentioning how he had it, the Mjolnir and the Hurricane Pike, and he didn't have the MKB. That was 45 minutes. He's now gotten like 15,000, like 12,000 gold or something on the sniper in the last 10 minutes.
Now they wait for Arteezy before they go in for the pit. And, well, looks like VTJ want to come and fight this. They only have buyback on the sniper and the Kunkka. Drop down a web. Walk into the pit. Fade again. Blinks towards the north. He's completely isolated away from the rest of his team. Are they going to be able to bring him down? He again rolls out. There's no X to pull him back in this time.
Universe takes that arcane rune away from Sylar.
And they force the BKB from Sylar as well.
50 seconds without it.
Blood right down.
Omni Knight respawns though. Now it becomes a lot harder for them to take the fights, and they have to start backing up their lane. It's going to become an issue. They've fought through Aegis and Cheese several times though. But it looks like they still want to be parked around the area. Don't want them to get it for free. Smoke on smoke coming out soon. The smoke is not on Thunder yet though, and EG looking to walk in. They do get spotted though.
Oh yeah, Arteezy revealing himself there.
They were trying to get the wraparound, it looked like, all the way from the other side, but Arteezy taking the route that actually gets broken.
Yeah, I feel like that might have just been either a pathing issue or something, like he clicks up to the top side and went the wrong on the Roche pit.
He wants to be the front liner though, so.
Okay. Yeah, maybe that's all it was, but we talked about it.
There it is. Aghanim Zerg Spirit. They're going to look to try to get the grab on somebody.
Know what the play is. Now, can they find them? Arteezy's revealed in the middle of all of this. Do they want to jump on him? Fade walking forward, but they don't quite advise. Sylar up there as well. Now they've got him. There's going to be the Reaper Scythe already out. Throwing out the Magnetize, connects onto 3 of them. A decent way to start this one. There's going to be the Hurricane Pike, the pushback coming out as well. Fear dealing a decent amount of damage, as well as Sumail up on the high ground. And now, VTJ Thunder, they're on the other side of this. There's going to be the Guardian Angel, though. That's the turnaround that they need, but the Chain Frost still bouncing. Sylar's going to end up falling. They get the forced to buyback now. Can they find any more off the back of this? Yang trying to run away. It looks like EG just want to back out now, as the boat buff is going to start to wear off.
They make their way into the rush. They're very concerned now in the fights. Sylar can't really focus down anybody. The sheer amount of armor coming out onto the Necro, he doesn't have the damage to burst through him by any means. Solar Crest plus Lich armor plus the Shivas as well. It's so much survivability now on top of the boat buff. They do get the Aegis, they do get the cheese, but it's costly. It costs them 2 buybacks to try to go for that.
And now everybody's getting up to that level 25 level. The turnaround is actually happening. Pugna got the 200 Nether Blast damage. I mean, we've got Sniper as well. Shrapnel charges. They're going to have really good vision in these fights.
Looking for Sylar. They forced the BKB.
Got him again with it.
Sumail's doing a lot of damage in the fights now, though. Because he's really I keep saying transitioning. He's a core, but he's transitioned into an actual...
He was in the core earlier.
He was really struggling to get items, but yeah. The base defense, EG. This has to be so stressful for Thunder with how they had that massive lead.
Still 16,000 into their favor, but it is not feeling like the game is a foregone conclusion by any stretch of the imagination. I wonder, do you think that it's the movement speed and attack speed slow is at all worth anything for Fear at level 25?
They've been playing base defense. I wouldn't imagine he would go for that.
Okay.
He can't really attack much anyway. He did take the 150 damage, but that was like, in desperate times. They were really like almost losing the game there. He probably didn't think that the GPM would start kicking in too much.
Okay.
I'd be surprised if he took... I'd be very surprised if he took the attack speed slow.
Well, he is getting close to the level 25 at the very least, and still holding on to their base. All of the tier 3 towers are down, but they still hold 3 barracks. And Vici Gaming Thunder have come up with not really a whole lot of answers for this high ground defense.
Yeah, I'm getting stressed. I'm getting stressed for Thunder. They've got the Ags Air Spirit, so they can't kick people out of the base, but they're not able to find the opportunities at all.
They have the Witch Doctor almost at his Aghanim Scepter, too. Only 500 gold away from that. It's been a while.
They're looking to try to go for this again with Propel, with Insatiable Hunger. They're committing. Glyph is up, but they're first going to just commit. They actually throw the Reaper Scythe to grab him. He's got BKB still, though.
Stand alive. Still taking a lot of damage, though. Needing to run out of there. BKB wearing off as well. The jump forward. Fade gets the 2-person stun. The silence to follow as well. the Magnites onto 2 of them. There's the lift up with the Eul Scepter into the silence. Arteezy still going to be getting a lot of regen from this one. And in fact, with Sniper hitting from the low ground on the other side, they might be in a little bit of trouble. VG Gaming, they get hit by the Taunt as well. Sylar is starting to drop low. He's going to end up falling. That's the Aegis only, though. Now, can VG Gaming take anything else off the back of this? They have a Blink Dagger from the Bloodseeker if they want to jump forward for it. They stone one and are able to keep the Broodmother alive. Great play from Fade, but is it going to be enough? Throughout all of this, the Sniper's just hitting away. They're going to end up taking him down. Yang again getting ran at. They're going to try and chase this a little bit further, but Bloodseeker gone for 90 seconds. EG win that fight.
They can't do damage to anybody. With the boat buff, as well as the sheer amount of armor and durability from the side of EG, Thunder's heroes are actually just tickling everybody at this point now. Oh god, I'm very concerned for them now. EG's playing this incredibly well, just trying to catch back up. And they're doing so, but here we go. Universe caught out.
Yeah, again up there on the high ground. They blow up the Pugna.
Universe is still pretty squishy.
He does have buyback, as does the Bloodseeker. Sniper only 500 gold away from his buyback, actually, also. And Necro's about to have his back off cooldown.
So Sumail did finish the Eye. Okay, so he finished the Eye Scotty.
There's going to be this window right now where VG Gaming don't have buybacks for another 3.5 minutes, where EG will have all of them.
They're still struggling to push out the lanes, though.
Yeah.
The bottom lane constantly pushing in, the middle lane as well. But they are finding the pickoffs. They are definitely starting to come back in this one quite heavily.
And right now, moving out, Yang. He's kind of alone at this point, and they actually got Sylar as well.
He doesn't have buyback. He's back for 150.
Oh my god. Yang, he's caught also. He has the rappel, going to try and walk away from him, but they've got the catch here.
He's dead.
Another big, huge win there, and EG, after being down this entire game, are starting to take command of this.
I mean, this is 140 seconds. They can actually probably go for a push here.
All right.
Step back, try to defend with that armor on the towers. That plus 35 armor. So we have a 68 armor tower.
Oh my god. What is this?
And now Arteezy's able to start replacing items as well. He's getting to that big of a factor. Gets to the Veil. Now has a Sheep Stick. This is going to be incredibly useful for them to get these pickoffs.
Well,
in the fights.
We also have a glyph available for VCJ, and they also have, obviously, the Omni Knight ultimate. He's going to buy it, so they can use that if they want to defend these towers after the fact.
Still down for 20 seconds on the Guardian Angel. Glyph is full. This is the first time EG has poked the Thunder base in 60 minutes. After that, or after like 40 minutes, because they were at the top tower like a 20-minute mark, but first time they've gotten aggressive in quite a long time.
Still have to be so careful here.
Yep.
And the tower brought down to about half HP. They would love to at least be able to get this so they can start getting the shrines around the map.
The Blood Right spam, but move the +4 shrapnel charges. Sumail constantly throwing vision on that high ground to get the damage on the tower. Slowly getting brought down. Universe not coming in. They've got the bottom lane pushed out. Top lane is okay, but mid lane, this is when they're trying to get that advantage. 60 seconds.
Tower down.
Glyph is on cooldown.
Can they make this work? Maybe a chance for a jump in, pull one out. Arteezy, Lincoln Sphere pop. They've got another one placed down on top of them now.
Thunder can't fight without their Brood. This is definitely the Rax now with that +200 Nether Blast, and they're going to start going toward top. 50 seconds. 50
no
seconds
glyph.
still.
They do have Guardian Angel, but this is going to be probably another lane of barracks unless VGJ want to take the fight, but you don't want to fight right now. Broodmother. We'll see how much longer they can hold it for. Again, Lincoln Sphere popped. A lot of damage being there, both pure as well as magical. Arteezy ruptured also. They need to be careful. They kick him. They start to push him. Is he going to be brought down? There's the Eul Scepter lift up. They've got the Guardian Angel as well. Arteezy down to about a fifth of his HP, but he's starting to get regen back up. All of the heals coming in, and it looks like they're going to be able to walk away from that one, still surviving. And they got the tier 3 tower.
Can they get any catches as anybody's TPing out? Nope, they all just TP in their faces. But Arteezy doesn't have a TP, actually.
It's in his backpack!
He doesn't have the room for it.
Oh, God.
He's going
to be brought down. Yeah, they have a Reaper's Sight available, so maybe they can get one kill. That's not even going to happen.
And buyback.
Yeah, he wants to make sure that cooldown is happening.
I'll take that.
Yeah, not having slot for the TP there. His teammates all kind of just ditch him a little bit, but he luckily still has the buyback, and they've done a great job of just defending that high ground anyway. Look at this gold Graffin experience, man. Look at that swing that they've got. It was over a 20k lead for Thunder at one point, and EG has just held that high ground for so long.
Well, levels currently, where are we sitting? Because level 25s are going to be out there for a lot of these heroes.
I think everybody, just Spirit and Kunkka missing it.
Death Ward attack range increased for the Witch Doctor with his Aghanims.
The Death Ward's pretty negligible, to be honest, though.
Yeah.
Like in the fights.
They already have a lot of armor,
I say that
mentioning.
and watch next fight it like kills everybody. No, it is pretty negligible, just the amount of armor that everyone has, like you mentioned. Yeah, I think the big one though for Kunkka is that 200 torrent AOE. It's the same size as your ship. It's pretty massive.
No,
but I mean, that's not really what EG needs at this point. They've definitely shown that they are actually ahead in this game, even though they're behind in the net worth. Just the way they can take the fights.
On Sumail now going back for the Daedalus next.
He's top net worth on Sumail, by the way.
I mean, even when he gets off to a bad landing stage, you know you can count on this guy when he gets down the wire.
I just can't believe that's actually like happened though. It's so ridiculous.
I can't believe that they've been able to stay in this game after all of that time that they were holding high ground, and EG now smoking, looking for an opening.
It almost feels desperate, right?
They do have a DD rune.
The Roach is going to be up in 30 seconds or so. But if they can find Arteezy, that's the big kill. If they kill Arteezy, that's everything back for them.
All right, no buyback also on the Lich, nor the Kunkka.
Looks like they're going to try to smoke into the base maybe, but a little bit reluctant to do so. They're going to push out that top wave because they don't have the other two creeps aren't pushed in yet, so they probably thought they were still backdoor regen. But it's still, I mean, these Vraxes have 59 armor. They don't die very easily.
They're quite hard to take down. Maybe Pugna's the answer for that 35. I guess you don't really need an answer for, because how often does Lich get level 25?
Yeah.
But
67 minutes in. Longest game we've had so far.
And we knew it was going to be a good one.
Definitely the best game of the tournament so far.
Roche starting to fall down. It's going to be Cheese again, as well as the Aegis. And I would imagine this one... I don't know. I guess who do you want to put that on? Is it Yang that's taking it?
He's been taking the Cheese for the most part, and he does again. And he takes the Aegis.
Yeah. You give the Cheese over to Fade instead.
They've already got... They still have Cheese on the Bloodseeker as well from one of the previous
because he doesn't have
rushes.
buyback. That's why he had to buy back in that last engagement.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Be well.
Well, Broodmother, do you think about switching out the Butterfly at this point since there's the MKB?
It gives a good amount of damage with the attack speed, but it's looking like... I mean, he tickles. That's the thing. They tickle this Necrophos when he's frontline, when he has the backup of his teammates. I don't really know what the solution of items is. They've kind of hit their peak a long time ago on the Bloodseeker and the Broodmother. I think Daedalus and Bloodborne would be the items, but it's so expensive to switch out for that.
Or maybe even think about going the magical route like Omni did. I don't know.
I mean, he did go for the Dagon 5 to try to pierce through that Necro Ghost Shroud and Decrepify, but doesn't seem to have really done a whole lot for them.
All right, well,
and the base defense continues.
They know what they need to do. Don't let them hit your buildings. And I'm still waiting to see another round of the repel jump forward, but it just feels like it's so scary with Necro using the Reaper's Scythe to keep them in place.
They've got Reapers on top of a Hex, so for the Necro. So if they get like split second, he does get disabled. He can just get bursted down from EG's lineup.
Right. God.
They repel the Earth Spirit, so they're really trying to go for the Ags. The Ags kick somebody out.
Oh, this is so scary, though. Again, one wrong at this point, and all the work that you've had for these 70 minutes of games so far can get thrown out the window in an instant.
Crit pings that you see Earth Spirit is missing. He's definitely recognizing. He's like, they're repelling an Earth Spirit. He's definitely just trying to go for the Remnant kick out.
He's even going back for the Aether Lens now, so he can get that extra little bit of range to spot it and jump forward. Wants to get it.
The Lincoln
Spears pop in. Fade. Is he going to end up falling? They actually get the X back onto Yang, and there's going to be the Torrent lift up. Are they going to be able to bring him down? That's going to be a catch. That's going to be a kill as well.
That's one. He's got Aegis, though.
And with that, EG maybe feeling emboldened to walk forward. They get the Hex. They got him caught. There's going to be the Stone, though, and that keeps him alive, but they weren't able to get a kick out. They do get to pull away.
But the X bringing him back.
Oh, Yang, he's caught. He's going to be maybe killed off as well. They have the Assassinate. Crit over there as well. It's a little bit too late, though. A longer duration. Arteezy getting gone on now by Sylar. They try and fight, but that's going to be Sumail dead. He has a buyback, and he needs it right now as well. That's the Bloodseeker running forward, starting to bring Free down low as well. The Witch Doctor ultimate is actually doing a decent amount from the high ground, but is it going to be enough? I don't think so. Arteezy turns the fight, able to prevent one. That's also going to be the Kunkka buying back into the game, trying to get into this one. The Lich doesn't have a buyback either. Can Arteezy live of all these heroes, daring him to come at him? But they might actually make it happen now. The walk away, still alive. And a good blink out by that Bloodseeker.
All right, that fight was all over the place. It was so hard to follow what was going on. The Pugna War just zapping constantly because the Witch Doctor heal. Look at the damage done by Sniper and Necro in the fights. Just that sheer base defense, but they do force a lot of buybacks on both sides. Sniper buyback, Brood buyback, Kunkka buyback.
The game has eclipsed
again.
insanity levels.
This is what you call that. He gets the GA off. He still has the repel off, so the Sniper Assassinate is blocked. Bloodseeker's able to jump in with Fade. They get a nice disable onto Sumail. He bursted down by getting isolated. But yeah, the Witch Doctor roll started to force people back a lot in this fight, though. And you can barely even see actually the animation of it. But they're able to buy back with Sniper, and that's when the fight turns. And that's when Vici tries to reset.
Mm-hmm. Now we reset again, like you said. The buyback status. Not a ton of people have it anymore. It's the Lich, Omni, Earth Spirit, and the Bloodseeker. And Omni actually going to be going back for a Blink Dagger himself now on top of the BKB, which was as well displayed in that last fight. First time he used it, 9 seconds now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where the hell do you go from here? I don't even know.
I don't think anybody knows. I think EG is just like, all right, hold the base. That's what. Don't get kicked out of the base.
Well, the Torn AoE is there, and we've also got Geomagnetic Grip targets allies.
So everyone's level 25.
Yep.
Woo!
It happens.
Not too often.
And still, no answer for how to break this. Because honestly, even if they end up getting Mega Creeps, you still have like Mjolnir Sniper that's going to be able to hold the base.
Yeah, we're here for a while. I've accepted this.
Yeah, I saw you just take a sip of water real quickly.
I need it. Getting a little parched on this one. It's a doozy.
Everybody going to get Aghanim Scepters. Start to need to think about new ways to build these heroes, switching out items from backpacks.
Exactly. We see the Moon Shard eaten now by Bloodseeker finally. He had like 8,000 gold, so definitely needed to. Sylar looking to change his items up a bit too. He's had the MKB for quite a long time, of course, but he's starting to actually have boots of travel in his inventory rather than no boots. And the base defense continues. This is crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's insane. And there isn't a, you don't practice for these games.
You know, this is reminding me of the EG versus eHome match at TI5.
A little bit.
Or was it TI5, right? Yeah, 5. That crazy comeback that I had with all the Dagons, it's really just reminiscent of it.
So do you think about going for those Dagons yourself at this point?
That was a different kind of game.
Okay, no.
I think their itemization is fine. It's all just about positioning and the way they take the fights. Arteezy has queued up a Dagon 5 though, so.
Smoke. Fear outside of that smoke. Do not believe it was scouted either. They're waiting for somebody to walk forward, and if they can get one pick off.
It was TI6. Sorry, I just remembered. Sorry. They do get the catch on the
They
fade.
spot him. They're blow up.
The
Does actually
repel.
brought down, still keeping himself alive. And that's the end of that. Scary stuff, though. And again, they're just holding on to this base for all it's worth. I mean, you can see as well that they're like sort of, moving out around, trying to see if they can pick one off, but really it's going to be Fade that's got a better chance at it. And with that Aether Lens, he gets the longer duration pullback. Arteezy out of position, but this is the hero that if you want damage, you end up taking it with. Fear jumps forward as well. He's going to have a chain cross in just a second. Arteezy brought down to about half HP. The boat buff going to keep him alive again, getting the kick, but Fade is now dead. A decent silence there. Might connect onto several of them, and now they've been able to catch and maybe kill off the Bloodseekers while trying to run away. Do they have Assassinate? No, they can't get him quite in time, but they've been able to instead catch and pull back in Omni Knight. That's a big pick off. They both have buyback, but they might be able to force it with 100 seconds on the sidelines.
They pulled Arteezy out and he still survives during all that. The boat buff is really playing huge factors in this game. Just how tanky he really is on top of all that armor is absurd.
And now EG pushing out these lanes. They want to force this.
I can't believe he didn't die, honestly. Yeah, they need to force buybacks whenever possible, whenever they get this type of swing going their favor. And there we go. Fade does buyback, trying to hold on to Yang's buyback.
finally taking the Shrine at 75 minutes. Seems good. And Roshan may respawn in 15 seconds. We'll see if EG want to try and get themselves in a position to fight around that area. Really just a lot of questions about, I mean, what is it that EG need to do now as far as like...
I mean, they've been doing what they need to do.
Yeah, okay. I guess that's the thing. It's like they can't do anything else.
Crit's not, like, they're not able, no one on the side of EG is really getting caught except for Arteezy, and that's exactly what they need. He needs to be the one who takes the brunt of the force so they can get the rum applied to him, as well as, I believe, Universe, like, throwing life drains on him and all the armor and Solar Crust and everything. They just need him to be that heavy frontliner so Sumail can sit in the back and do all the damage.
Ooh.
They may actually kind of catch you in the mid lane. They've got the gem as well. This should be a free pickoff here on the Witch Doctor for EG.
Nice little play, and
he's down for 130 with no buyback. They don't know that, though.
There's a DD in the bottom lane, which Brood is going to pick up now. And in the meantime, Bloodseeker is going to try and force the bottom lane in, which Fira is just chain frosting.
Might as well. He's such low cooldown anyway.
Yeah.
It's not, the damage is pretty negligible in these fights.
Well, they do scan. Walked in towards the Roche pit.
Still down for 45 more seconds.
Regeneration.
Although it did hit on the Roche pit, so VTJ might think that they're taking Roche right now.
Yeah, that is true. EG finally get some more wards out into the game. They put 2 wards in the middle lane just to see whenever VG is pushing forward. And they've almost negated that gold advantage. 3k only now for Thunder, which, I mean, it's been negligible for a very long time, but...
Oh, Torrent? That's only crit there, though. Although now with the rest of them showing up, maybe a possibility. Brood's there on the low ground. They find the Hex. They blow him up. Great catch there as well. The Earth Spirit barely able to save the Brood's life. And that might have just saved the game for him, but they still might end up losing Yang. There's the blink away. The BKB is popped. Maybe a second late as he's still taking those right clicks.
Blessings.
But he did have buyback nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
They force him back.
EG's going back for the Roche now. Sumail has hit critical mass, finally. He can still eat a Moon Shard, but he's got full Daedalus finished up on top of everything now, too.
He'll have buyback again in 20 seconds.
What did TZ pick up? Bots, right? Okay, bots 2 now for Artur, so we won't have that situation where he doesn't have TP.
So the only heroes that will be lacking buybacks will be the Earth Spirit, it looks like, after this goes down.
Yeah.
The Witch Doctor for gold, but... at least on the timer.
How many Roches have there been? I lost
More
count.
than a few.
I lost count at 5, I think.
Yeah, it's somewhere around that mark. It's
Yeah.
not too many more.
Okay. Oh.
Uh-oh.
I'll be back.
Oh. Meanwhile, bottom lane going to be pushed in again. Fear is the solo person here, and if he gets caught out, that's not an insignificant amount. All of the frost armor for structures. But they're not in a position to push anyways, at least for now. Although with the creep wave coming in, they might be.
EG's gonna have to get back soon.
Yeah. They're waiting for somebody to TP in, and
yep. They pushed the top lane and the mid lane as far as they possibly could before TPing in. Very important, just to make sure that they can not have those 3 lanes pushing in on them.
Fogged.onus has
I'm
reconnected.
Back. I'm back.
Okay.
This is insane, dude.
It's a crazy one for sure.
Look at Fate's positioning. He's just sitting in the trees. And never mind. He's like, all right, this isn't working out.
I don't want to be in this world anymore. So, again, we've seen the catch with the Aghanim Scepter on the Earth Spirit, being able to pull one hero out. Do you even think about trying to focus a different hero besides Arteezy now?
I was thinking they can probably look... I think Crit might be one of the biggest targets they can actually go for here. But, oh, the Boots level 2 coming in. They get the Torrent onto Fate here.
All
looking
right,
to
not a
burst him
bad
down.
start. They blow him up. They've got the catch as well, and that's going to be the kill. No repel there in time.
Earth Spirit's dead for 150.
He doesn't have any buyback. That's the only hero right now with the timer.
Yang starts TPing to the base towers. He's like, we need to get back. We can't let them enter our base, really. The thing is that Thunder does not have that kind of base defense in comparison to how EG did. About to break the 80-minute mark.
Well, the only problem is that Sylar is still split pushing up top here, and they do have GA. But
Rapier picked up by Bloodseeker. Here we go.
Let's go. Time to party.
The full committal.
All right. We have to watch and wait. No TP on Kunkka right now. The rest of these guys do have TP, and Arteezy is actually walking back right now to base.
His was still on, or actually he just wants to put the bots into the team fight at mid after pushing out top.
But Sylar,
the armor is on the buildings. They don't really take damage.
We'll have to watch if EG decide to push in towards mid. Oh. 500 gold there. They don't know about this rapier right now. Arteezy, is he going to get brought down? There's the silence. They're not going to decide to go for it.
Still
it's too scary.
Yeah. So they're going for top Rex now. The blast doing heavy amounts of damage, of course. Sylar finally claims mid-Rex.
I think that this rapier is still hidden.
I think they just got a view of it, but they didn't get to click him in time. But yeah, I don't believe they've seen that rapier just yet.
He's trying to go for the Abyssal Blade as well after the fact. TZ, he's there.
They're going in for tier 4s now.
They're daring him to come and react. Sylar is pushing inside the base as well, but he's not with the rest of his team now.
Now they truly know there's no Earth Spirit buyback. As soon as they start threatening this, the Glyph gets forced out. The damage is becoming very high on these tier 4s.
They need to deal with this. It's too much right click coming in. The Torrent ends up connecting onto 2 heroes. The boat is going to pull him as well. They want to try and save it. No, but they got him hexed. He's going to be caught. Kamar, they end up getting the Echo Shell onto him from the Lotus Orb, but he's going to fall. And that's the rapier on the deck. But look at the Witch Doctor ultimate. It's bringing everybody so freaking low. Crit is already going to end up dying from it. Can they do anything else, though? The buyback comes from 2 separate heroes. 3 of them now as the Kunkka's going to try and TP into this Yang, trying to stay tall, but it's not going to be enough. Arteezy's going to be brought down. They do have the GA, and Sylar barely going to be able to walk away and survive through that one. They get the repel jump away, but they are going to end up losing the Witch Doctor in the end. It is far too much damage. EG, hold on throughout all of the ridiculousness of this game.
Sells his items, sells a couple items, buys Refresher, trying to buy more time. Tyler TP's to the base. He's trying to go for the rat, but the Glyph is up.
Oh, they've got it. Sylar trying to take it down. The base race, I don't think it's going to be enough. They're trying to take down the Ancient. Meanwhile, Sylar getting decrypt back in the base. They're actually starting to bring them low. EG able to make it happen. Sumail is there.
Oh my god.
And they end up taking the game. EG winning a thriller.
From a 25k gold deficit. Oh my god.
Oh man, that is the face.
He's saying something, so he's like, gotta stretch my legs. Sumail gets a little grin coming out, but